All right. I mean, my question here. I mean, I'm talking to like a bunch of people today, kind of giving the same old answer. What I need is somebody to basically help people like I help people. I mean, I take calls 11 to 2 a.m., whatever, whenever. People have all sorts of crazy questions, crazy hours. But with this, you know, sometimes there's emergency situations. Sometimes people need with help with all sorts of stuff. They have medical conditions. I mean, most of these manufacturers I talk to, they're just there to have their sales reps who basically sell, and that's it. That's it. And then they sign off for the day. They're gone. You know, I need somebody that can basically reach any time if a customer has an issue. That's basically what I'm looking for. I mean, if you can't do that, then I can find somebody else. I mean, what, like, if I called you, like, 1 a.m., I don't know. You know, it is a pretty important question. I had an issue with the customer. I mean, are you going to be there?
Yeah, I mean, like, we would be there. And I can only say, just try it. I mean, we do this, like I said, we do this full time and stuff.
So this is the only thing you do, because it seems like everybody I talk to is either running a clinic or like, I don't know, doing a million things.
Right. No, I mean, this is what we're there for. I have the opposite of, when I see a phone, when my phone rings at 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't think who could be calling me. I think this must be an emergency.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, I'll be happy to test that out if we actually work together. But, you know, the other thing I get all the time is I just cannot wrap my head around why manufacturers are trying to sell used chambers to people that already have high medical bills, usually really need a chamber, can hardly afford the thing. Like 90% of people can't afford it. I don't even understand, why doesn't everybody just get a used chamber? I mean, what's the point? It still has I think it still has a resale value. I think there's people looking for used chambers, so why doesn't everybody just get one? I mean, I can't wrap my mind around when somebody would get a new one, or they should just rent it. I mean, is there any reason to buy a new chamber? I mean, do you sell just new chambers? Is that what you do?
In my professional opinion, I just don't recommend it to start off with. I mean, unless you just want a new chamber. I mean, you're going to pay a little bit more for it. It's going to be brand new. There's not going to be anybody that's ever been in it, but, you know, you'll be the first. And if that doesn't bother you, then I would recommend your use.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, there's absolutely no well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, obviously, is there like a warranty or something like on this? I mean, I would imagine there's no warranty on a used chamber, right?
Most manufacturers' warranties last for about a year. There are options to extend that warranty. So there are a few out there that do have extended warranties on them. You can send the chambers back in and have them recertified, though, to know that you're getting a quality unit.
What about like resale value or something? So let's say they sell it or they're buying a certified chamber and then they use it for a year. What can they sell that back onto the market for?
Not counting the first year, typically we see about a 5% decrease in value when the chamber has a warranty on it. If the chamber does not have a warranty, typically it drops about 10%. So if you're looking at a $10,000 unit, you're talking about it loses maybe $1,000 in 12 months' time.
Wow. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's exactly what I thought. So there's absolutely, I mean, all these freaking companies, they're just like, oh yeah, you have to get a new chamber, and then if this person can't afford a new chamber, they just usually say, oh, sorry, we can't help you out. I mean, I thought there was a bunch of bullshit. I knew there was another way to do this. So, and I mean, even compared to rental, I've looked at a few rental clinics. It's a fortune. I mean, some of these people, after 6 months of treatment, it's like they spent like seven grand on 6 months of treatment. You know, on these like sick people or like autistic kids. You know, it just makes absolutely no sense. And I'm thinking, well, that's even more ridiculous. Why would you go to a rental clinic? You know, and might as well just get a new chamber for that price. But now this is a whole other angle on it. Is why don't you just get a used chamber? And if it's certified, you'll basically have a resale value. It seems like a no-brainer. But I mean, my problem is going to be getting my hands on used chambers because I've already. I mean, I don't really find them anywhere. I've talked to some of these other mainstream manufacturers. They don't have any, or they. I mean, where am I going to get a used chamber?
It's not so much as finding a used chamber, it's actually finding a quality chamber. You know, so when we've been in the business long enough that we've put enough chambers out there in the market that we just do follow-up emails. You know, hey, are you still happy with your chamber? You know, are you still using your chamber? You know, let us know about your progress. And we do get, from time to time, we get emails back saying, hey, I'm interested in moving this chamber along. And we offer that service.
What if I have a customer that wants to just like rent a chamber? Can they like rent one? I mean, can you find somebody for, if I just called you, can you find somebody in the state of Washington, I guess, to rent a chamber from or something if a family wants to rent one?
It might be a little more challenging one in your local area, but what we do is we do work with families that don't want to necessarily liquidate that unit yet. They want to keep it, but they're just not using it. So if I can propose to them that they have an extra income of maybe $500 a month coming in, and they rent that out, they ship it to a family that's going to rent it for $500 a month, which is, you know, not a terrible price for
So
a
bad,
rental.
yeah.
You know, and they wanted to try it either for 30, 60, 90 days. It comes with pockets. One's getting to use therapy, and one's getting a little money off their investment.
Well, this is huge. This is big because, I mean, I have a lot of people that are in no financial situation. Normally get a new one or whatever. This is like two pretty good programs that, I mean, I'd love to be able to offer this on my site. But, I mean, I still have to call another couple people, so I'm see what they offer, see what they maybe offer me.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find kind of like what's the best right now for everybody that I'm working with.
I understand.
Yeah, but let me go. I'll give you a call back, maybe like later in the week. I don't know, maybe next week after I talk to a few more people. All right, like what I hear so far. All right, thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye.